So it's Mr. Saleh Azwai here. I'm gonna solve the 2019 exam year 6 IP. So for question one here, as we can see here, this is a numbers line. So if we want to know the different number right here, we should figure out the steps that we're going. So since here we have 4 and here we have 0, that means that we're going one step each time. That means this must be 1, this is 2, this is 3. That means we must be going backwards in the same rate. So this is -1, -2, -3, and -4. Now it's obviously like pointing to -2, so that means the answer is -2. Now, we have to write the fraction. Guys, you have to focus here that we don't have to write the ratio, we're writing the fraction. The fraction of which beats fraction of the shaded ones. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means it's 7. 7 over the total numbers. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So it's 7 over 12. Now that's because they asked about the shaded ones. Now if they asked about the not shaded ones, that means we're going to count the white ones, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it will be 5 over 12. But here we want the shaded, that means it is 7 over 12. Okay, now for this shape, guys, you can see clearly that it has here one square and one square. Okay, and it has four rectangles, and this can actually be drawn like that. So this shape is called a cuboid. So the cube actually, all this, like all the faces must be the same, okay? It should be like this, but there's no rectangles. They're all squares. That's a cube. Cuboid is like this. Cylinder is like this. It's like a cone or a can. And a pyramid, well, it's a tricky one. We have like triangular base pyramid or tetrahedron and or like a square pyramid. Depends on the square base pyramid. Depends on what pyramid you're asking. So now this is subtraction. This is normal subtraction. Okay, so the rule is subtracting 7. That means each time like we have to subtract 7 to know the next number. So if I want to know this number here, I just have to subtract 7. 72 minus 7, that's 65. So here's the answer. What's the parameter? Now, the parameter and the area, those are like two different topics. So the area of something is basically how many things we can fit inside that shape. But the parameter is the outside lines, okay, or surroundings by that shape. So here they're writing the rectangle. This is the rectangle with dimensions of 8 centimeters and 7 centimeters. That means it's like 7 and 8. And we know like opposite sides are equal, so that means this is 7 and this is 8. Now I could be asked about the area here or the parameter. So in this case, I'm being asked about the area, okay, and the area for this shape is like, sorry, here I'm being asked about the parameter. So it's 7 plus 7, which is 14, okay, and then 8 plus 8, which is 16, and 14 plus 16 is 30. Now, if you are asked about the area, that means it is 7 times 8, which is 56. And remember that parameter always like centimeter, and area is like centimeter and squared. That's if you're asked, but here you're asked about the parameter. So that means this answer is wrong. This is the answer. All right. Now, the total of one. Now, when you have a fraction, especially in addition, and it's the total of one, that means that the numerator and the denominator are the same. That means, like, for example, 7 over 7, that's equal to 1, and 10 over 10, that's equal to 1. So in this case, we have to add all of these options here and check which one actually adds up to like same denominator and numerator, which is going to be the same. So if I check this one, first of all, I can't add both of these because they have different denominator. That means I have to do like take this 4 and multiply it right here, and take this 3 and multiply it right here. So this will make it like 12 in the bottom, because 4 times 3 is 12 and 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 6, that's 10 over 12. That's not the same number, so that means this answer here is not correct. Now, this one here, so 3 here, 3 here, 2 here, 2 here. So down, we're going to have 6, because 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 3 or 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 1 is 3. And when you add them up, that's 7. So 7 over 6, that's not also the answer. Now here, they're already the same. So it's going to be 1 plus 3, which is 4. 4 over 5, that's also not the answer. So let's try the next one. Here, there's no need to multiply here by 6 and here by 2, because I can make the 2 into a 6 directly by just multiplying by 3 here and 3 here. So it's going to be 3 over 6 plus 3 here and 6 down here. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 and down, that's 6 over 6, which means that's 1. And that's our answer right here. Okay, so why is this the answer? Because this is 6 over 6, and 6 over 6 is 1. Okay, half of 5. I just want to tell you here a note aside that when you see the number on the denominator, it's like you're dividing by it. So here, it's like I'm saying 5 divided by 2. Let's do another example. For example, 1 over 7 of 49. This is like I am saying 49. Oh, my bad. It's like I'm saying 49 divided by 7. Okay, so it's like basically the same thing. All right, so here it's like 5 divided by 2. And 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. And so here's the trick. It's 2.5 and it is in meters. Well, the answer is not supposed to be in meters. The answer must not be in meters because we don't have here the answer in meters. So I have to change it into millimeters and into centimeters to check which one is correct. So if I change that into meters, so from a meter, let me write that in green so it's like clear. So from meters to centimeters, that's from big to small, and the difference between them is 2 zeros, or like 100. So from meters to centimeters, that's times 100. That's because from big to small, we multiply. From small to big, we divide. So if it's from centimeter to meter, we divide. From meter to centimeters, we multiply by this number. So we multiply that by 100. Multiplying by 100 is like moving 2 steps to the right. So just take that step here, 1, 2. So this will be, let me write that in another color. So 250 centimeters, which is this answer right here. So this is the correct answer. All right, let's go next. Find which of these numbers multiple of 4 and 12. So a multiple basically means like in the times table. So which of these number is in times table 4 and in time table 12? So first of all, 2 and 3 are not, because you can't be in the timetable and you are already smaller, because I don't have 2 in the times table 4. The least thing in timetable 4 is 4 times 1, which is 4. Same thing goes for the 3. Now we have 36 and 40. So, well, 40 is in timetable 4, but 12 is not. 12, like if you carry on timetable 12, you won't have 40. But for 36, you would have 4 times 9 or 12 times 3. Both of them gives you 36. That means the answer is 36. Now, here's the thing. Fatima asked the students in her class what their favorite outing would be. She drew this graph of her results. Which is the which outing did the most student choose? So here we're asking about most students. We're not asking about girls or boys. So that means you have to add them together. So first of all, you have to figure out in swimming how many students, in theme park how many students, museum how many, and other how many. So in the swimming we have 3 for the boys and we have 7 for the girls. That means in total swimming is 10. For the theme park we have 5 boys and we have 6 girls, which means we have 11. Here we have 2 and then we have 4. That means we have 6. And other, we have both 3 and 3, which means we have 6. So which one? Obviously, we're having more, so it's the theme park. Okay, so you just go right here, choose the theme park. Mean. So when we have a data like this and we have to find the mean, okay, you just have to add all of this data. So all of it plus, 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 and then divide them by how many numbers we have. So for example, if you have this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means the results from this number, you add them all up right here. The result you divide it by 6 and then you have the answer. So guys, this is like a homework. So you just add them all up, find the answer, and then divide it by 6 and check the answer right here. Addition, it's the same thing. You have 2 ways. Either you just put them like over each other. So for example, 26, 37, and 14, and just add. So 6 plus 7, that's 13. 13 plus 4, that's 17. 7 and 1 up. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 6, and then finally you have 7. So the answer is 77. Or you can just add 26 and 37, then the answer added to 14. Like it's up to you in both cases. Rounding to the nearest hundred. So this is ones, tens, hundreds. That means we're looking at the 6. So when you're looking at the 6, you want to take a look at the place value right before it. It's 4. So that means since it is 4, I don't add 1 to the 6. All right. So it's just going to be 3 and 6. I'm not adding 1 to the 6. And in the place of 4 and 7, I just put zeros, which here's the answer. All right, 35. What's 35% of 120? So the easiest method here for finding the percentage is just to multiply, then take the answer 2 points to the left. Okay, so first of all, you just multiply 35, okay, times 120, and then the answer is 4,200. And so you just, since it is a percentage, you just take the point 2 steps to the left. So it's going to be something like this, 1, 2. So it's going to be equals to 42, which is right here. Next. Now this one is a little bit interesting, and it's very repetitive in past papers. So in a survey, some students were asked what their favorite color is, and this pie chart shows the results. So the interesting thing about is the red. Okay, so the red here indicates like a 90 degrees. Okay, when you see 90 degrees, it's like a quarter or the total number divided by 4. Okay, since I said this, if the number in the denominator is like we're dividing by it. So red is here, 12 students are red. So that means quarter of the total students is red. Okay, that means if I want to know the total students, okay, I have to multiply this number by 4. So that means it's 12 times 4, which is 48. So that means I have 48 students in total. All right. Now, which of these letters has a pair of parallel lines? So parallel means that they are, like, if you stretch them to infinity, they never meet. They never meet. So the V here, like, they meet right here, right? So this is not a parallel line. The L here, they meet right here. Like if you extend them like that, okay, they never meet. But if you extend them backward, they meet right here. A is same thing. So the only one is Z, because if you do this for the two lines, okay, they never meet. That's why it's the Z. Here, find the value of the expression 8a plus 5b. So we have here the value of a and we have the value of b. So we just have to put the value of a. What's the value of a? It's 4, so put it here. And the value of b is 6, so just put it here. And remember that when we have a letter and a number next to each other, that means it's like we are multiplying. So that means it's 8 times 4. So 8 times 4 plus 5 times 6. Now we know the BIDMAS that we have to do the multiplying first, and then we do the plussing. So 8 times 4, which is 32, plus 5 times 6, which is 30, and then 30 plus 32, which is 62. So the answer is 62. Here's a So I have here a triangle. Now, when we are dealing with triangle, we should know that when we add all the angles together, they add up to 180. So if we want to know the missing one, W here, I just add these two together and then subtract them from 180, so we get our answer. So first of all, we do it in two steps. 70 plus 47. 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. And then step 2, we subtract that from 180, so minus 117. Now we all know that we're gonna like borrow from the 8 right here, becomes 7, 10, 10 minus 7 is 3, 7 minus 1 is 6, and then 1 minus 1 is 0, so it's 63 degrees right here, and that's the answer. All right, what else? So this is division, guys. We could do that normally, like in long division. So 171, and here is 5. So the closest thing, like I can't divide by 5. Okay, how many 5s you can fit in 1? Obviously you can't, so you have to take the 17. So how many 5s in 17? Well, the closest thing is 5 times 3, which is 15, so I can fit 3 5s. 3 times 5, which is 15. Subtract that, it's 2 right here and 1. How many 5s I can fit in 21? Well, the closest thing is 5 times 4, which is 20. So I can fit 4 5s. So 4 times 5, which is 20, and then minus that. So now you have the answer, which is 34. The interesting here thing is that you have all 34s, as you can see, right? That's the tricky thing about the IP. So now if you want to make the mixed number, you take the number right below here, the remainder, okay, the 1 and the 5. Just take the 1 and put it right here. Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 5. And in this case, that's our answer. So it's 34, 1 over 5. Alex is working out a calculation. He rounds both numbers in the calculation to the nearest whole number. The answer is 25. Which calculation is he working out? So first of all, we're given hint here that he is rounding both of the numbers. So we have two numbers. He's rounding them to whole numbers. Whole number, it basically means that a number without a decimal point. So for example, 7 is a whole number. 8 is a whole number, a million is a whole number. So I have to round all of these numbers into whole numbers and add them up and then find out which one gives me 25. So if I round this, that means I'm going to look at this 3, okay? Sorry, I'm going to look at this number and we're going to figure out from the digit right before the decimal point. So 16, this is going to be 16, the same thing because 3 is not more than 5, so we're not going to add anything. Same thing here, 3 is not more than 5, so we're not going to add anything. All right, so it's going to be 16 plus 8, which is 24. That means this is not our answer. So here, same thing, okay, it's going to be 16, and here it's going to be 8, because here we have 3, and here we have 4. Same answer, 24. That's not our answer. So now here, it's actually going to be 16 here, and it's going to be here, because here we have 7. Now this is going to be 9, because we're going to add 1. So 9. 9 plus 16 is 25. That means this is the answer. And this, just to check, okay, This one is 16, same thing, but this one is 10 because 5 plus 9 is 10. Sorry, 5 is more than like 5 or more. We're going to add 1 to the next digit. So we're going to make this 10. 10 plus 16 is 26. And 26 is definitely not the answer. So the only answer is this one, all right? All right, and with this, we're done.